So the question of the day is, do I have an inner child wound? The short answer is yes, we all do. Did you know? We all do. But many of us do not realize just how much our inner child influences our adult thoughts, behaviors, and relationships. The inner child holds on to unmet needs, old wounds, and forgotten joys. Number one, you struggle with low self-worth, constant feelings of not being good enough or feeling invisible. Number two, you are overly self-critical or perfectionist, harsh internal voice that never lets you rest or celebrate yourself. Number three, you have big emotional reactions to small things. Triggers that seem irrational but stir deep hurt or rage. Number four, you often feel abandoned even when you have meaningful relationships. Fear of being left or not chosen, even when no real threats exist, you create a threat. Number five, you people please to feel safe or accepted, saying yes when you want to say no out of fear of rejection. Number six, you fear being vulnerable or asking for help. Trusting others feel dangerous or foreign to you. You constantly seek approval or reassurance. You value others' people's feelings over yours, and you feel tied to others' opinions of you. Shall I go on? When I hear someone say, I think I have an inner child, what they are actually beginning to uncover is the part of themselves that still carries the emotional blueprint of unmet needs, unhealed wounds, and childhood experiences that shape how they see themselves and the world today. I like to think of the inner child as a dollhouse, beautiful and put together on the outside, handcrafted to perfection. But if we were to quickly peek through those windows and investigate those rooms, in one room, you may see the version of yourself who was told to stop crying, learning early that feelings were a burden. In another room, the child who stayed quiet to avoid punishment, becoming the peacemaker even when they were in pain. Down the hall, there is a room where a child sits staring at the door, waiting for someone who never showed up. Many of the rooms remain closed off, cluttered with pain, silence, unmet needs that were too heavy for a child to carry. Each room in your book tells a story of survival, not growth, stories that were never updated because healing never had the chance to enter. Healing the little me, inner child healing. When it's time for you to start working on yourself, it's time for you to start healing yourself and you're aware that you have inner child wounds, it's almost like you're finally meeting the little person that is tucked away in the corner of the room. And they're responding back, I knew you'd come back for me. I knew you'd come and get me. I put that in this book. I knew you'd come back. I knew you'd come back for me. Because they know. And you say, take my hand. Because I'm here for you now. Let's do the work. Reparenting sounds this easy. Why is it so hard? Truthfully, reparenting is never easy. One of the main reasons reparenting can feel so difficult is because it requires you to finally step into the role of being the parent you always needed but never received. While a part of you still longs for your parent to finally show up for you, hoping that the people who hurt or neglected you will come back and make it right. And now you are being asked to do for yourself what was never done for you, without the apology, without the repair, waiting for the parent that never showed up for you, that absent parent. This by far is the most painful ache that most individuals often struggle with healing their inner child wounds, waiting on the absent parent to show up. This type of emotional conflict is real because you are grieving what you did not get while trying to give it to yourself for the first time. In most cases, your inner child will always show up when it's time for you to be a parent to your child. Your inner child will always show up the most when it's time for you to be a parent. Why is that? Because the inner you is waiting to be parent as well. They're waiting on someone to be kind to them. They're waiting on someone to nurture them. And that is very difficult for you to do when the environments that you were raised in did not have that level of comfort, which will make it very conflicting in you becoming the parent that you need to become. That's why you always have to turn that tragedy into triumph. Yes, my childhood lacked, but I won't impose this upon my children. And in me not imposing this upon my children, they're excited when you show up in a healthy way, opposed in the way they were treated when you were a child, the little you. Radical healing. I just can't leave you by yourself when I tell you that these people, these narcissistic family and these narcissistic partners have came to expose you to a level of trauma that has impacted your life. I got to give you the tools. And the tools is healing the inner me, healing the little me, inner child healing. I need to be repairing.